All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Basement Sports Addicts podcast. Really quick before we get started, we're just going to do introductions of us so you kind of know who we are. Honestly, you might know some of us, but we're just going to do introductions. I'm going to let him start first.
Yep. Sean. I love sports. It's like been a huge thing of mine. Of baseball and football. Love my life. I love sports, and that's pretty much all you need to know right now.
All right, so I'm Derek. I grew up watching sports. Loved watching my Detroit sports. Obviously, with sports, you got your highs and lows. Right now, we're on a high. Love watching sports. Detroit sports can be a little rough, but that just makes us love it even more.
Yeah, I'm Ethan Ferraro, and I've been a sport addict. You see what I'm doing? For my entire life, and I love Detroit sports, mostly baseball and football, but yeah.
All right, so kind of before we start what we planned, just before we started, like 20 minutes ago, we're from Detroit, so we saw Tigers take down the Pirates 8-5. Joey Wentz got the win for us with Mason Englert getting the save, and kind of, what do we see there?
I saw Keston Hero hit a 3-run bomb, which was, he finally did something.
About time.
It's about
probably
time.
not going to start on our opening day roster, but I mean, he's trying to, get a roster spot, and Gio Urshela.
We're finally seeing something out of Gio.
Yeah, I mean, he had an RBI.
He had an RBI today. We'll take that.
Game-winning base hit the other day. I think that was Thursday. So, is he going to be our starting third baseman, guys? I mean,
with the way he's performing, maybe if he shows good defense.
Yeah.
We saw Kerry Carpenter get 2 strikeouts today.
Not the best.
We also saw Javi strike out twice, and I mean,
that's just
before
Javier
we even start. Okay, we saw Javi before this season started talk about how he's a new guy. He's gonna bring a whole lot new to the table. What's he bringing to us this year?
Okay, 1 for 17. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, he has a good arm. He can play a little bit of defense.
That glove is what Tigers.
If we could have him as a DH, not him. We could have a DH for him. I would take it,
dude.
But his glove is there.
But Zach McKinstry for his hitting, and then Javi for defense. He can make the insane plays, but Spencer Torkelson bails him out every single time, man. I mean, all the balls in the dirt. Torque, great defender. So,
I mean, Torque is one of our best defenders on the field.
Yeah, other than
Okay. So we're gonna start here. We have our first hot take from Carter. What's up, Carter?
Carter, show up, attaboy.
Carter says Tigers will have the same season as they always do.
Okay, I'm gonna come back at you, Carter. You're gonna say we have all this young talent, signed veteran pitchers, and we're gonna have the same season? I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, we have Riley Green, Torque, Gio Urshela, Zach McKinstry,
Colt Keith.
Oh
my goodness, what a spring for Colt Keith.
I know,
had.
Dude. We are going to see the Tigers try to do something that they haven't done since 2012. They're going to try to.
The Tigers, they're going to do good. I mean, that's what they're going to try to do at least.
They need to try to do it.
If they can stay healthy and, the starting rotation is not destroyed by mid-season, everyone's on the injured list. I think this team...
The thing is, for the Tigers has been injuries. We had Riley Green go out last year with injuries.
Casey Mize was out 2 years.
We had
number
Casey
1
Mize
overall
out.
pick.
Our Tigers need to stay healthy before they think about playoffs. If they still stay healthy, we can go.
I mean,
we're kind of getting ahead of where we were trying to go here.
Question. What's a win for the Tiger season this year? What's a win?
I'm gonna say we win our division. Would be a win.
That would be a win.
We make the playoffs. Even if we win a playoff game, that's exceeding my expectations.
I'm jumping ahead of a little bit what I had written down. Tigers, that AL Central is always up for grabs. Mm-hmm. Who in that division?
It's the most mid division.
Yeah. Who in our division is a top 10 player?
I mean, not even Carlos Correa. But he could be up there.
No.
Jose Ramirez. Ramirez.
Okay, he's top 20. He's top 20.
He's up there, yeah.
Okay, that's another hot take for another time. Yeah, but, our division is so up for grabs. As in, there's nobody who's a guaranteed lock. We look at other divisions. There's a team who's they've got this division locked. They're just fighting for seeding now.
Maybe the Dodgers. Probably the Dodgers.
Later.
Hey, we'll get that. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
With our Tigers, if they stay healthy, that division, if you get 500, you can be in playoff contention the entire year.
Mhm.
If you go 500. Okay, so
I just want a good summer. I just want end of July to be, a chance for us to win the division. I don't want it to be 8 games out of first.
Yeah.
You know?
What did we go in September? What was our record in September? I know it was great. It was like 10 games above 500,
yeah,
something like that.
It was really good.
I mean, we keep that momentum going in. And
it looked like we still had
we'll
playoff
clinch our
contention.
division.
It looked like we still had playoff contention going late because of how our division is set up.
And the Tigers were so good against the American League Central last year. They were
Tigers
the best.
were the
We
best,
beat
yeah.
almost everyone in our division.
We just got to beat those outside teams. We
Mm-hmm.
got those powerhouse teams. We got to learn to play game to game.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing we're going to start off
There's
with.
another question.
No.
Not
Nope.
true. Tigers will win the Central. Is that what it says?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it says.
Yep. I agree. Daniel Douglas.
Little Danny.
I definitely agree.
Danny.
Yeah.
They have a shot, and I really think they will. So
I think this is our year. We got a whole young squad.
at least our year to make it to the playoffs. I don't know about winning the World Series. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this year to at least make it to the playoffs.
We need
for the
Colt
first time in a while.
Keith to be a good prospect. We need him to earn his money, and he needs to do good.
Okay, realistically, if we're talking realistic right now, we've got at least 3 pieces who are still in the minors.
Yeah.
We've
Jackson Jobe.
We've got Max Clark, who could have serious potential there.
Yeah.
We've seen what Max Clark can do.
Jace Young.
Yep.
Jace
Cole
Young
Keith.
and Jackson Jobe. Well,
We've got Malloy.
Cole Keith is going to make opening day.
Justin
I'm
Henry
confident in that.
Malloy has struggled mightily in the spring training so far. Colt Keith, he's looking like he's definitely going to be our starting second baseman, and I love that.
We've got so much potential that, okay, let's say hypothetically Tigers don't get there this year. As long as we keep our core of Carey, Riley, and Torque with like our pitchers like Skubal, Mize, we could have a serious team, a serious playoff team for years to come.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happened in 2012. We had all these young guys, but we have a new GM who will trade away all our guys.
Exactly.
I love Scott Harris so much.
Scott Harris is amazing.
Getting Tyler Holton, getting Andy Ibanez, those guys...
They've raked for us. You
don't even know who they are, but
those veteran presences.
Tigers fans know exactly who they are.
I mean, Andy Ibanez already had 4 home runs this spring.
Yeah,
he's raking right
We
now.
just need that veteran presence in our locker room.
And that's why we got Jack Flaherty and Ken Tamanida, is what I think.
Are you guys excited for those 2 veteran pitchers? I mean,
Jack Flaherty's going to be one of the best pitchers.
I think Chris Fetter can make any pitcher look good, so I'm excited for whoever we bring to our
Dude, what's his name?
coach.
Kodai Senga? Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's out, right?
For how long?
Not like, I think a couple months.
Dude.
He hurt himself in spring.
Dude, when he comes back, man, he's again another guy who has the potential. Who Tigers signed for his veteran presence, who can still build on himself. Like he can just keep going on stuff.
Who are you talking about?
Kodai Senga.
He's on the Mets.
He's on the Mets.
I thought so. My fault. Who did Tigers sign this offseason?
Kenta Maeda.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. He's good. He's not gonna be hurt. No, you're good.
All right. Yeah.
I want to make sure he would get flamed,
No. All right.
by our 12 followers.
Nah. We're chilling.
Just
all right.
kidding. I love all of you.
What we're gonna start with today, since this is the first episode, we just kind of want to go around how we think MLB is gonna look for this season. So there's a lot of different aspects we could do, but what we're gonna be focusing on is our division winners, who we think are gonna win the awards. The big awards like AL MVP, NL MVP. So obviously both divisions. Then Rookie of the Year and the Cy Youngs, as well as we're gonna be looking at playoffs, who we think the wild card teams are gonna be. Who's going to make it to the championship series for each division, and then who we got in the World Series.
All right.
So first off today, we've got the division winners, and we're going to start here with Sean. We're going to start with the AL.
Okay. A lot of people are between these 2 teams in the American League East. It's clear. Yankees and Orioles. I personally think the Orioles, they have such a young team. Felix Bautista's going to be out for a little bit, but he'll be back.
That's a big loss for them.
Yeah, it's huge, which stinks for them. But, I mean, they have Yanir Cano. They have guys. So I really think the Orioles are going to win this. Adley, Gunnar, they have guys that can definitely win the division. They did it last year. Obviously, the Yankees weren't as good, even close. They didn't get Soto yet, and they were just bad last year. Judge wasn't healthy. So it comes down to, is Judge and Soto going to stay healthy? And I don't think so. And to be honest, even if they do, I I just think that the Yankees just are not as good as the Baltimore Orioles. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of pause here. I want to go off of that.
Mm-hmm.
We both have Yankees winning,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
yeah.
I think,
Dude, this Yankees team is stacked.
I mean,
man.
they got two really big pickups between Soto and Marcus Stroman.
Man,
And I think Marcus Stroman
Soto pickup. Okay, that is going to take so much pressure off of Aaron Judge
and
in this
Carlson.
lineup. Like, an opposing pitching staff is going to not have to just factor in Aaron Judge, but also have to factor in Juan Soto.
I mean, those are two best hitters in the game.
Dude, those are two top 5 hitters in the game, and
Marcus
they're
Stroman.
going to be batting back.
Marcus Stroman, what are your thoughts on him? I think he's an underrated pitcher.
That's gonna be nasty.
I
Having
think
Garrett
he's one
Cole,
of the most underrated pitchers in the MLB.
Garrett Cole with
Nasty
Stroman.
Nestor.
Carlos Rodon's gonna come back.
And Nasty Nestor.
And
Dude,
oh my
my
goodness.
God.
Yeah,
Man.
they have a good pitching rotation, but I just can't see Judge staying healthy enough to be good.
Dude,
Even if they stay healthy, their bottom 4 are terrible. You don't even know who they are. Alex Verdugo, he's not that bad, but he's not Judge or Soto.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
it's just walk around those
dude,
guys.
they've got
and-
these young guys though.
I mean,
Spencer
yeah.
Jones coming up, dude.
Yeah.
Spencer Jones, man.
I mean, what's his name? Rodriguez, right?
Oh, Dominguez.
Dominguez, yeah.
Jason Dominguez.
He's going to be coming back from injury later this year.
Anthony Volpe.
Yeah.
Okay, Yankees have the young core as well as the veteran presence in that locker room now who can power them to places that they haven't been in such a long time since they've lost.
Totally agree with you.
All right, so you continue. We got off topic there.
No, you guys are good. This is podcast. We're talking, man. We're talking. American League Central. This is where people are gonna
Go crazy.
Okay, it could be just our at least
Biased
my bias
opinion.
but- okay, it's a huge. If the Detroit Tigers can stay healthy, Tarek Skubal, Casey Mize pitches like he's supposed to. Like he's a first overall pick, number 1 overall pick. This team can win the division. It's such a bad division we've already talked about. But Carey Carpenter, I got a Carey jersey on right now. Carey, Riley Green, Torkelson. These guys, if they can stay healthy, this team is not bad at all, and they could definitely win this terrible division.
If I could piggyback off you, I mean, their pitching staff goes crazy.
Their bullpen is top tier. I mean, they were really good last year, and we picked up Andrew Chafin, and Shelby Miller's pretty underrated. He's actually really good. He was really good for the Dodgers last year, and I mean, I'm liking it, man. Alex Lang's a little iffy sometimes, but if he can control the strike zone, throw strikes, I think we're good. I think we're good.
I mean, and they have one of the best pitching coaches in the MLB with Chris Fetter. I mean, he can turn a bad pitcher into a good pitcher. He saw that with Michael Lorenzen. That's what he did.
Exactly why I think Jack Flaherty could be a good pitcher, because of Michael Lorenzen. What he did to him last year, he was terrible for Philly.
Yeah.
He was bad.
I mean,
Well, beside that, no hitter.
And
yeah, he has one
Besides
good
the
game.
and what he did was he kept Michael Lorenzen for his first full healthy season,
Mhm.
which is huge.
He's never done that. He was a reliever.
Yeah.
And he turned him into a great starter. I mean, that's just who I think. I mean, it's going to come down to if the rookies and the guys, the meat of their order, can stay healthy, and I think they can. So I'm going to go Tigers in the American League Central. Should I just go AL West too?
Yeah, go do this.
American League West. Man, people are so not talking about the Rangers for some reason. They just won the World Series, and I'm also going to do that. I got the Houston Astros winning it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Where's a trash can? Bang, bang, But I got the Houston Astros. This team is good. Alex Bregman's back on the Astros. They have the pitching, Framber Valdez. They have the guys that can do it. Their bullpen is pretty good. And they picked up Josh Hader. Oh my goodness, this bullpen's disgusting. They were already good. Ryan Presley was amazing for a closer. They had Abreu for their reliever, who was unbelievable in the end of the year.
do you think they can beat the Rangers though?
It was really close last year, and I think they can. I mean, the Houston Astros they're just annoying teams that's always going to be in the playoff contention for a World Series. I don't like them, but I just think they're going to easily win. Not easily. I think they'll win it by 4 or 5 games. It'll be close, but I think the Houston Astros have this.
All right, so we're going to do this a little differently how we talked about. I'm just looking. Ethan and I literally had the same predictions for the American League. So we're going to start with the AL West.
Oh, shut
We're going to go back. We both have Rangers, okay? My take on the Rangers is
Their offense is crazy.
that offense is crazy. Corey Seager showed everybody in that postseason
Why he
last
can
year,
be an MVP.
where he showed us where he was from that LA, because he dropped off after he left LA. What happened to Corey Seager? He comes back in that playoffs and just shocks it.
Yeah.
He brings that factor. Adolis Garcia brings that
power.
factor. He just the presence he brings, just the fire he brings to that locker room.
you've seen fire when he played against Houston Astros.
My gosh, that World Series,
not World Series, ALCS.
Well, and the World Series.
And the World, he got hurt in it, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
still was so good.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's right.
They are going to go crazy. I think they steal from the Astros. Okay, respect.
I think it's going to be a close division. I agree with that.
Respect to Kyle Tucker, who's a monster.
Yeah.
What is Alvarez?
Flambeau. Oh,
No.
wait, no.
No, why am I blanking on
Mhm.
names?
Why
Why
Jordan
the heck?
Montgomery.
No, hitters. I'm blanking on names.
Jordan Alvarez.
Thank you.
Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan
Oh, for the
Alvarez. Okay,
Astros,
man.
yeah.
Jordan Alvarez
He's
is crazy, man.
I feel
Any
like
team would like to have him on their
any
roster.
team that's facing Jordan Alvarez has him circled in his lineup
Well,
and is not wanting to face him.
I think
He
the
can
main
go yard
reason-
every single at bat.
I think the main reason that the Rangers don't win the division is just because their pitching is not that good.
Okay, obviously pitching.
Nathan Eovaldi's going to be, their main
Okay,
guy.
well, on
Jordan Montgomery, where's he going? We don't even know where he should go back to the Rangers, but even if he does, they
That's
don't
what I
have
was
Max
gonna bring
Scherzer until like the end of the year. They don't have Jacob deGrom, probably never, because the guy will never pitch. Their bullpen is not good, and if they picked up Josh Hader, I think I would have maybe went Rangers, but they just don't have the pitching.
How they got it done in the World Series? Though.
Yeah, Leclerc
They got it
was
done.
good, but I just can't see them riding it again.
They can get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. Tigers. We already kind of talked about.
I think the reason
I think
why the
we're all
Tigers
going
win the
Tigers?
AL Central,
Let's go.
it's not their hitting or their offense or defense. It's that pitching staff, that young squad with the veterans.
Okay.
With
but
Tarek Skubal.
that Detroit atmosphere, we saw it get done with the Lions this year. That Detroit atmosphere is something different. And if this
Are the
Tiger
Lions going
team,
to bring that grit to
if,
the Tigers?
if that Tiger team, if Detroit can shock Comerica Park, and if we can just go wild in Comerica, that's going to be such a home field advantage.
I mean,
we totally forgot
Philly
Bobby
fans,
Witt.
right?
Bobby Witt. We totally forgot about Bobby Witt for the Royals. Bobby Witt is a great player,
Yeah.
okay? But he cannot carry this Kansas City Royals team. There's nobody else on this Kansas City Royals team who can help take that pressure off of Bobby Witt. Nobody. What do we have on the White Sox?
Luis Robert.
Yeah, Robert. I don't even know how to say his name. But
Luis Roberts.
Yeah.
Like nobody. And then
Guardians,
we got
Jose
Guardians, Jose Ramirez. That's it there.
their pitching carries, but I just don't think their offense is good
they're-
enough.
They got to have an offense if they want to make it in the playoffs.
Twins. Carlos
Twins.
Correa.
Twins are the only reason.
Oh, they have Pablo Lopez as well.
Twins were hardly above 500 last year.
Yeah.
Hardly above 500. If they're just hardly above 500, our goal is just to beat the Twins.
Yeah.
That's our only goal.
I think that's our one. That's the other one contender to win our division this year.
Yeah, and we already touched on AL East. That's, again, another debated topic. Yes, that Orioles team has a young team. They have so many young stars who can just show out and come out. But this Yankees team, who says no to this Yankees team? When you go into MLB The Show and you make this super team, what team do you essentially make? You essentially make the current New York Yankees team.
That's true.
Do you make the New York Yankees or the Dodgers?
Okay, well, that's a different topic.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you make this New York Yankees team with the players that you have, you would make this a New York Yankees team.
That's true.
Now.
That is true.
Okay, we're going to be talking about this Orioles and Yankees for years to come
Oh, yeah.
because they are going to be fighting back and forth like crazy in the AL East. Because once Jackson Holiday shows up, once all those young players get their foot solid and they become a solid top 10 guy like they should be.
Orioles are going to be
They're going to be scared.
feared for years to come.
They are going to
And
be
they're
scared.
getting Jackson Holiday. That's gonna be
Number one prospect in the
Mhm.
MLB.
Yeah, they all look alike, bro. It's crazy.
All right.
You know how you were
Gunnar,
talking about the Tigers fans? Are they going to bring the same energy as Philly?
Oh, absolutely.
and their
not.
fans.
Wait.
Absolutely not.
Why did none of us
Nobody's-
talk about this? What about the A's?
Oh, yeah.
The
Forgot
A's-
about them.
The odds for the A's to win the division is insane. Dude.
I bet if I bet
Crazy.
$1, I'd win 1,000.
That is true. That is true. I think it's like 100 to 1 or something crazy. It's wild.
Could I start off with the NL East
Yep.
predictions?
Yes.
So
right,
what
we're
do
gonna
you
do
got?
what we actually talked about. Go through all your division picks
All right.
and just talk about it. And
I'll go through them, who I have, and then I'll give you my reasonings for them. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
So for the NL East, I have the Philadelphia Phillies. NL Central, I have the Milwaukee Brewers, and for the NL West, I have the Los Angeles Dodgers. So for the NL East, why I picked the Phillies, they've just been dominant for years and years. I mean, they made it to World Series 2021, NLCS last year. They keep
I
on
think it was
growing.
22. I think it was 22.
Or 22.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, last year they made it to whatever. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
but Bryce Harper keeps growing. Kyle Schwarber keeps growing. Nick Castellanos keeps getting better. And these power hitters just keep hitting more home runs. And it's not like their pitching staff isn't nothing. They have Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola as well, which are huge pitchers.
I like that. It's just crazy to think that you're gonna go Phillies over Braves, which is it's wild.
okay,
But
save it.
Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
going.
I
NL
can-
Central, why I picked the Brewers? I mean, they won it last year, right? Am I right?
yeah,
they won it
the
last year.
Brewers won
Yeah.
it last year.
Christian Yelich
Barely.
is just getting better and better. I mean, he
He
had that,
slowed down.
He
He
fell
slowed
off
down.
after that MVP
Definitely
season.
that MVP.
He came back
So-
last year to a Christian Yelich that we like to see. And does he continue to grow this year? I don't know. I hope he does.
Exactly.
but
They
yeah.
lost Corbin Burns. Though.
They lost Corbin
That's what's
Burns.
scary. That division's also like wide open.
It's going to be close between them and the Cubs, is what I think.
Yeah.
And the
We're-
Reds.
We're Reds. We're sleeping on the Reds.
Yeah. NL West, Dodgers. Do I have to really explain
No.
myself?
No.
They spent $1 billion on 2 players, in Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I mean, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to be a contender for the NL Cy Young this year. Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so hard to tell because he came from Japan, so obviously Japanese players are
Dude,
good.
in spring training though, he looked.
He gave up like 5 runs like a couple days ago. So
But some of that spring training stuff, like, dude.
Take spring training
Yeah.
like a grain of salt.
Yeah, Javi Baez is bad in spring training, so obviously.
yeah, that's
He's
obviously
gonna
not
be-
right.
He's gonna be the MVP of the AL,
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go NL
So yeah,
East.
I like those. I like those picks. The Brewers one.
I don't know.
That's-
It was a close
the
division.
Central's like it's like
Both Centrals are just like up in the
it's
air
a
for
coin
both.
flip. Yeah, you
They've
can for
always been.
anyone.
They've
And-
always for the last 5 years they've been.
Yeah, Dodgers. Yeah, I don't want to say
That's-
anything right now, but
That should
yeah,
be a
but
given.
the National League East, that one's tough between the
That's-
Phillies and
Mhm.
I always just feel like the Phillies are always gonna be shadowed behind the Atlanta Braves just because their offense is just so good. Ronald Acuna right there.
Riesel, or not Rieselson.
You got Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
He killed it last year.
Yeah.
Austin Riley and this team.
I mean, they could have
this team
3
is like the-
MVP contenders this year.
exactly, but this team is so the opposite of the Los Angeles Dodgers because these are all homegrown talent. They got Austin Riley.
They've had this team together for years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're-
Michael Harris, he was a rookie for the Braves. You have Ronald Acuna. These guys are from the Braves, and they
The
didn't
team
just,
chemistry that's there.
they didn't just pay for them.
No, they
Obviously
built
they
that
did.
chemistry. Up.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
going now. For the NL East, I have the Braves. For the NL West, Dodgers, kind of obvious. And then NL Central, I have the Cardinals. All right, so I'm gonna kind of start.
Cardinals is
Okay, hang on.
Cardinals crazy.
Hold up.
It is a
Hold up.
weird division, so I
Hold up.
I'll let you give your
Alright,
reason.
Yeah.
So East, all the Otani hype last year. He earned that. Man is top player in the league. Okay, bottom line. Everybody slept on that Ronald Acuna season. Like that Ronald Acuna.
Didn't Ronald Acuna Jr. win the MVP last year
Mhm.
Season? Yeah,
with
Yeah.
the 40-70 season?
right. But like
Nobody-
I don't think he's
sleeping.
getting slept on.
I don't think everybody sleep.
he should be talked about as a top player in the MLB if we didn't have the two-way superstar.
That's true.
He
It's
would
also
be.
you need to be good in the playoffs for that to happen too, though.
Oh,
Right.
you just roasted the Braves.
Attaboy, Harper.
Oh, you're bringing that into the mix.
I mean,
But, like,
they were just bad.
They are just loaded. Spencer
They made
Strider.
Orlando Arcia get mad.
Spencer Strider, man, he's just so consistent.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's that ace. That one of those top pitchers in the
He
NL.
will be one of the best pitchers in the NL.
He will.
Yeah.
Okay. West. Already talked about that. Otani. We got to see how he does coming off that surgery. But like, next year we're gonna see that Otani that's gonna demolish hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, for real.
Like there's no question about it. That was a spectacular money spent by the Dodgers, and they were so smart for how they structured that contract. That was like one of the smartest business decisions they could have done, structuring that contract how they did.
With only spending $2 million
a year,
for 10
because that allows them for the next 10 years
build a team around
him, so that they can keep winning World Series and not just win one and done.
And it's not like it's only Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
They have
they have Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman.
Man,
they have a squad for sure.
They're scary.
Yeah.
And then what my hot take? Cardinals. Cardinals last year they were trash. Bottom line, they were trash.
Garbage.
But I think this veteran team can pick it back up. Jordan Walker, their rookie, still trying to find his way. But I think Jordan Walker can start showing out.
What about Nolan Arenado? You think he's going to come back with a good season?
I think he does.
I think he does. I think we have to see Goldschmidt and Arenado
come back with the MVP candidate seasons.
Come out with
he doesn't
MVP
even have to
type
be
seasons.
MVP, just be decent.
Make it be, yeah.
We've got to see like 275 averages from them both.
Mm-hmm.
And
the main thing about Nolan Arenado was he didn't have his defense last year.
No,
which is such a huge part.
We've got to see that glove come back, and if we do, I think again Central's up for grabs. That Cardinals could take back that Central, and they could go with it, along with adding Brandon Crawford to their roster. Okay, yeah, I know you're laughing. Brandon Crawford, he's 37. Okay,
that's the same age as Paul Goldschmidt, though. So that's
exactly. He can make a difference. He can make a difference
and
on that side.
And it's not like the Cardinals
ball.
don't like keeping old players.
Yeah, they sign everybody that's 50 years old.
On the defensive side of the ball. Lance Lynn. Okay.
Steven Matz.
Okay. They're not gonna have this team in 5 years. They're not gonna have those same names come up. But for right now, I think they could be making a playoff push with the names that they have for a year or two. Because that's what we're talking about right now. In 5 years, heck no, probably not with the team they have now. They need to get some more young guys up there. They need to work on their farm system.
And that's crazy how, we look at the Tigers who have such a strong young squad, or what's another good strong young squad?
The Royals.
The Royals, yeah. And you look at the Cardinals, they're, on the end before they become like the A's, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And they become one of the worst teams in the MLB.
They're close.
They're, on that verge in the next couple of years.
I definitely agree.
All right, so now it's yours.
I'll start with the American League East. I got the Atlanta Braves.
NL East.
Did I say the...
Yeah.
I'll start with the National League East. I gotta go the Atlanta Braves. I mean, they have the guys. They have Matt Olson, great first baseman, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, who is, I don't know, he's in the middle between people hate him and they dislike him, but he's a pretty good second baseman. And they have the pitching. Max Fried's coming back. They picked up Chris Sale, which isn't a huge thing, but if he can
be that third or fourth guy.
If he can stay healthy, they could use it for a playoff push that could definitely help them. Yeah. This Atlanta Braves team, if they don't have to play the Philadelphia Phillies, this team is winning the World Series. I mean, that's how good this team is.
This team is stacked.
All right, compared to the Braves and the Dodgers, who are better?
My gosh,
it's just so close because they both have such powerful lineups.
They're so good.
Atlanta's got to show up in the playoffs. That's their bottom line. Is
Dodgers got to show up in the playoffs.
Well, okay, you're not wrong.
They've won a World Series the last couple of years.
Right,
they both
did. What do we see in the last couple of years? Dodgers, with this new team that they have, they've got to see how they perform together because they don't have that chemistry like the Braves have.
Will the Dodgers pull a New York Mets and just have all this talent and do nothing with it?
They could. I think they could.
Dude, that's a huge possibility because they have so much expectations.
Okay, the only reason why I don't think that will happen is because they did so well with just Mookie Betts.
Named Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah.
No, just Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman last year.
Yeah.
And now you're adding 2 ace people in your rotation and another crazy hitter. I think they'll do good, but it's a possibility.
I do like the Braves a little bit
more. If we put this matchup together right now, I would say Braves 100%. Because of that chemistry that they have together.
Yeah. They were homegrown.
Who knows when October rolls around? Who knows what we're going to be saying? Because we don't know how injuries are going to play out and things like that. But if we were talking about this right now with today's teams, the Braves are taking that.
I think they just have a better overall lineup I mean, the Dodgers have a great 1 through 5, but they're really top heavy. They don't have really a huge guy at the back.
You don't think James Outman would be?
James
like
Outman,
that?
he had a good couple months, but he's just not.
He fell off.
He's just not like a Braves kind of guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Marcelo Ozuna. He had 37.
The
home runs,
Braves
almost
are
40.
evenly
43.
balanced throughout their entire life.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is
the
huge.
Dodgers and the Yankees, they are similar, very similar. They have their shortstop is Miguel Rojas.
Who? No, it's Mookie Betts.
He's pretty.
It's Mookie
It's
Betts.
Mookie Betts. That's right, because Gavin Lux and him were switching. But one of their infield spots, Will Smith's a good catcher, but their outfield is kind of weird. James Outman. They have the right fielder. I think Jason Hayward is going to be their starting right fielder.
And who's left field? Don't even
Probably
know.
Chris Taylor, I assume,
Yeah.
but those guys
That outfield's up for grabs.
you're not really afraid of. You can walk around Ohtani and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. I mean, you
Not
can't really you
Not
can't really do
If
that.
they're hitting back to back to back,
Yeah,
do that.
that'll be tough, but it's a huge. They have so much expectations, and the Dodgers are just known to just not be good when it comes down to coming in clutch. So, I'm not even gonna get there yet. I'm first gonna go to the National League Central. I'm gonna go Reds. They have the young
Ellie De La
guys. They have
Cruz,
Ellie.
Friedel.
They have Ty Friedel, TJ Friedel, whatever. Spencer Steer.
Yeah.
They have Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo. They have a good rotation. And that's really just they signed Jamer Candelario.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Big
the Tigers
pickup.
legend.
He was a Tigers, so got a picture with him. He's a great guy. But they have a young team and they could easily win this pretty mediocre division. Just the Brewers had it, but then they lost Corbin Burns and Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff. I don't really like that too much for a 1-2 punch. Compared to a couple years ago, they were studs, but they kind of fell off. So that's kind of where I'm going for the National League Central. But the Dodgers for the American League West, they're so good. No.
Who'd have thought?
No. Dodgers are really good. I'm gonna shock the world. Give me the Diamondbacks. Give me
Whoa.
the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Dude.
This team they
Why?
won the National League. They won the National League pennant. So they're already, they have a little bit of experience. Ketel Marte had an off year last year and he was still pretty good. Perdomo, he's a mediocre shortstop, but he's not terrible. And Corbin Carroll, this kid is so good. He is really good.
He's one of the fast people I've ever seen.
Okay.
He's
okay.
so fast.
Okay. So.
They signed Eduardo Rodriguez. We don't really like him here just because what he did to the Tigers.
Oh.
But he's still a pretty good starting pitcher. It's gonna be tough for him going from the American League Central to the National League West, where they have to play them a little bit more. They have to play the Padres a couple more times. They have to play the Dodgers. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Eduardo going to the Dodgers, playing there. That's gonna be wild. Those fans are gonna boo him insane.
Okay, we got to talk about Corbin Carroll though. What I see with young players is, we always have these guys who have one great season, but it's how do they capitalize the season afterwards? We've got to see what Corbin Carroll does this year.
This is my opinion.
How is he going to come back with that? Is he going to be even better than he was?
I don't think he's gonna be better, but what do you think?
He doesn't have the power of some of the other guys in his lineup, right? But he has the speed still.
Mm-hmm.
In the contact hits, he can beat out a soft ground ball to third base. He can steal those bases to make him an elite player still.
Okay.
He can cover field and center field.
Yeah. Who's a better player, Ellie or Corbin?
Corbin Carroll. At least he was.
There's a reason why he
was
won
pretty
NL
bad.
Rookie of the
He
Year.
was pretty bad last year. Not good.
He had one good month.
He had a good month, and then he
Yeah.
just
And then he
couldn't hit
fell off.
lefties. It was bad.
That would be a conversation
Mhm.
for October. That would be a conversation come then, see what both of them do.
Yeah.
But
end
man,
of the
what we
year,
saw from Ellie, man,
he's a freak.
he's got the power, he's got the speed, he's got the glove, he's got the arm, he checks every single box.
If he can learn how to get some contact, is all he needs.
Yeah, he's got to get that contact, and he's
You
got to
gotta
get
call
consistent.
1-800-CONTACT.
Get it going.
Yeah, but I mean, they have a great rotation. The Diamondbacks have I wouldn't say better than the Dodgers. Just they have, but they do have Brandon Pfaadt, who's really underrated, really good in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Eduardo
I liked him a
Rodriguez, Zach Gallen. Yeah, Brandon Pfaadt was really good, and then Zach Gallen. top 3 in Cy Young last year, so he's still good. He's really good, and I think it's gonna come down to the wire. Maybe 163rd game of the season. Maybe I don't think it'll come down to that. I think the Diamondbacks just win just off of the Dodgers underperforming. I don't think they're gonna live up to expectations and win 115 or 110 games they're supposed to. So,
yeah,
Diamondbacks are gonna shock the world, and I'm here for it, man. I love it.
All right.
I can't wait for this to happen.
So we're gonna go next. We're gonna go to the playoffs. I'll start with playoffs. Just kind of give what we're gonna do. We're gonna go what teams we have with our wild card. So we have 3 wild card teams. We have the ALCS and NLCS. Who you think is gonna be in there and take that series, and then the World Series.
Yep.
Who's gonna win that? All right. So I'll just start. My AL wild card teams. Probably pretty straightforward. Orioles, Astros, and then I have the Mariners going. AL, once we get outside of these division winners, plus, we have to have Orioles, Astros, or in the case that they win their divisions, we have Yankees and Rangers. That last spot can be up for grabs.
Well,
and I think Julio Rodriguez, oh my gosh, we have not talked about Julio Rodriguez yet.
Stud.
Man, he keeps improving, and he could keep going. And, we saw him almost carry that Mariners team last year. I think he can get it done this year. With how he's improving, he can carry that Mariners team over.
Yeah.
And then for my NL wild card, I have, obviously D-backs, Phillies, and then I have the Padres.
Nice.
I know.
Wait, you have 4 wild card teams?
No, with 3 wild card teams.
Yeah, okay. And the Padres?
I know. I know.
I can see it.
Hot take,
They're mad about
first 2
Soto.
D-backs, we kind of already talked about D-backs. D-backs can get it done. Phillies, I think, are a locked wild card team.
Oh, for sure.
With that Braves team coming up in, that I think they're always going to be a wild card team, but they are always going to be a wild card team you should be scared of.
Yeah.
Those
fans
that's
are what
crazy.
win and lose games.
I was there last year for a playoff game. That atmosphere was nuts. I mean, I was amazing.
It's going to be crazy.
I just can't wait for that to be in Detroit, but yeah.
And
Phillies, they're just so good in the playoffs.
With the Padres.
Too.
But with the Padres, okay. Yes, we're going to see Juan Soto go. But I think, low-key, Tatis not on steroids and finally going to be focusing on his baseball. I think he can knock it out. It's going to be under the radar, now that Juan Soto's gone. But they're going to be kind of counted out.
It's going to be tough. They lost Josh Hader, and then they might lose Blake Snell. So it depends on it
depends
Snell,
on that.
I think.
But obviously I think too if they lose Blake Snell, they're just not there this year.
But pitching wise,
also
because they lost Josh Hader.
Watch out for Blake Snell going to the Brewers because he follows Gary Sanchez because Gary Sanchez made him that Cy Young last year. Blake Snell was terrible for the first month of baseball. Then they signed Gary Sanchez, and Sanchez and him were just in sync.
They had that chemistry.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why they've been on a team together, but
it's just Gary.
It's wild.
Gary, when he was with the Yankees, we thought he was going to be that franchise catcher, and then whatever happened to Gary Sanchez?
Austin Wells, baby,
just gone. All right, so
I can go to AL wildcard if you want to go for mine.
I think let me just go.
National League teams.
Yeah, I already did. Let me just go through my championship and World Series.
Yeah.
All right, so ALCS, I had the Yankees over the Rangers.
Yankees versus the Rangers?
Yep, Yankees versus the Rangers, and I have the Yankees winning that. Yankees have always been the Dallas Cowboys of the MLB. Bottom line is, for the last 10 years, they've been the Dallas Cowboys of the MLB.
America's team and haven't won a World Series?
Yeah. America's team, and they just choke in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Yankees. That is a false statement.
Is it?
Well, a lot of people hate the Yankees.
That's exactly why they're the Americans.
That's true. Nobody likes the Cowboys, but that is very true. I don't think I know a single Cowboys fan.
I think the Yankees can get it done, and this Yankees roster, I love that Yankees roster so much. Sure, there's a couple weak points, but every team has its weak points. But I think these strong points can trump those weak points, in that it'll get them over there.
Yeah.
And then NLCS. I have the Braves beating the Phillies. I think the Braves can finally get it done against the Phillies. They need to get that chemistry up. They need to stay healthy. But we saw the actual Ronald Acuna last year. we're gonna
Post
see
injury.
Michael Harris come out, and they're just gonna. I think the Braves could just plow through the playoffs.
Here's my hot take.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael Harris is a good baseball player. I mean, I think he's good.
He's a good fielder at least.
I don't
he's
think he is
yeah.
one of the best players.
He's
in the
not very
Braves.
good lefty
No.
lefty.
I don't think he should have won it. NL Rookie of the Year last year.
Well,
Or two
who should have won it?
Who else was there?
I don't know.
I don't
Like,
even
yeah,
know.
that's the only reason, but because there's nobody. But like,
Yeah. He was
I don't
good
know.
2 years ago, but he just can't hit lefties now. It's hard lefty. Well, it's hard just in baseball in general, but lefty, especially when it's like a flamethrower lefty, it's hard to hit lefty.
But the thing is, I
For
don't
sure.
think. I think Dodgers need a year to get that chemistry built up. I don't think they're gonna be sign all these guys and get right to the World Series. I don't think that's gonna happen. We've never really seen that. And how baseball goes, you're gonna have your ups and your downs. And I just think Dodgers need a year to make sure they get their roster finalized, because they keep moving Mookie. Like, what is it? Last year they just had him last year go to second, and now they've already put him to short. Like, once they nail down that roster, that is going to be a scary team, and I think we could see a couple NLCSs of Braves and Dodgers.
I'd be happy with that.
That would honestly be such
I mean,
an entertaining NLCS.
We had them a couple years ago for like 2 years in a row, and it came down to Game 7, which I love. So more baseball.
If that was a
better,
World
so-
Series, that would be such an entertaining World Series.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and then for my World Series, I have Yankees and Braves. I have the Yankees taking it.
Get your hat, baby.
If I can
We
find
got hats for our World Series winners. So
it. I've got the Yankees taking it, man.
why do we have a Yankees hat?
Talk to your father about that. I think the Yankees get it done finally. The Yankees are gonna want this so much more. I have an identity crisis going. Tigers and Yankees. I can't figure myself out.
That.
2012. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I think the
11.
Yankees get it done. They're gonna want it more. I think Judge wants this so bad. Judge is gonna want it so stinking bad. He's just gonna want to take it. And
Gonna get hurt. Gonna get hurt.
okay, sure, he didn't get hurt last year.
Yeah, he did. He was injured for a lot of it.
62 home runs on an
That was
injured
two
man.
That was 2 years ago.
That's 2 years.
That
No,
was a crazy
okay.
year. That was a crazy year. I give him that. But
I'm getting so confused.
nah,
Yeah, you are.
Dude. Dude, I think Judge stays healthy.
because you want the Yankees. That's why.
Dude, I do want the Yankees. I want to see this Yankees roster succeed because of how stacked this team is.
And they signed 2 big guys.
Those 2 big signings, they are so stinking stacked. I think they finally get it done.
Well, they traded, but wait, did they trade him? Yeah, because they got Grisham too, right? I might lose my mind. Yeah, I think they got Trent Grisham.
Yeah, I think
Who
so.
they had to send over though? I can't even think.
I'm not even sure.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. Because he
Yeah.
still got 2 years left in his Padres contract, I believe. So, yeah. So, do you want me to go into mine?
I can.
Oh no, you got it.
All right,
you
all
got it, Ethan. Let's go,
All right.
Ethan. Let's hear it.
So my 3 AL wildcard teams. We're gonna start off Tigers, Yankees, and Astros.
Well, you have the Tigers win the division.
Well, yeah, but if they're like
Oh, that's
not
right.
the
Yeah,
top
yeah, yeah.
2
Yeah.
seeds or whatever. Yeah.
Shoot.
So
Yeah,
Tigers,
I messed up on
obviously,
mine, too.
I've emphasized it a lot. They have such a good young core that they're gonna build this team around, and those veteran pitchers are gonna make those younger pitchers like Tarek Skubal, Casey Mize, and Reese Olson. They're gonna make them that much better. So for Yankees, I obviously like their 2 big signings or trades or whatever it is, Juan Soto and Marcus Stroman. Astros, I mean, they just been a playoff team since 2017. Cheating year. I'm joking.
No.
But
It should be.
NL wildcard teams. I got the Braves, Cubs, and Padres.
It should be 4 teams.
It should be.
Okay.
Yeah. 'cause
Okay, we're gonna kind of
What
take
we
a
got
pause.
confused.
I need to look up a MLB playoff bracket.
It should be 4 teams. It should be 3 wild card and then like the worst division. So Tigers would be the 4th
Yeah.
because 2 and 2 would.
Yeah,
play.
there's 4 wild card teams.
Yeah, yeah. So there would be.
Okay, so
Yeah, so
So I okay.
don't
yeah.
worry, guys. I planned for this. The Seattle Mariners are going to be my 4th AL
I like that.
wild card.
Yeah, I can
Julio's
see that.
good.
Julio,
They got Haniger back. I like it.
I think he can
Yeah.
debatably be one of the best players in the MLB this next year. I mean, he had 30 season last
Should
year.
have been MLB the show cover, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. that
Um,
was kind of disappointing. But we're
Okay,
not gonna go there.
so yeah, NL wildcard teams. I got Braves, Cubs, Padres, and one more team.
Nope. We were right.
Wait, 3?
Wait, who do you have?
I just gotta think. Yeah.
Because who were your division winners? Yeah, Braves, Cubs, Padres.
Yeah, and then.
That's it.
Oh, it is? Alright. So,
Okay.
Braves, they're just a powerhouse.
3, because it's 3 division winners, 3 wild card, 6 teams.
So, Cubs. I think Dansby Swanson, Christopher Morel can get this team to the playoffs and get them in contention for at least the World Series. Padres, I mean, I think they'll be mad that Soto left, but it's not like their whole team left. They have Xander Bogaerts, Tatis Machado. Those are 3 big pitchers. And they have Blake Snell, which is a huge pitcher for them.
If he stays.
If he stays.
Yeah. But I can go to my ALCS, I guess.
Let's hear it, boy.
Orioles and Rangers. I mean, Orioles, such a young squad. They got swept, right? In their series last year.
Orioles,
yeah.
Swept.
Got swept. I think they do it this year, get to the ALCS. Rangers, they won the World Series, and they're still getting slept on.
It's crazy the disrespect the Rangers get.
Yeah.
But
I say the Rangers are going to win this ALCS in 7.
In 7?
With their powerhouse top
Go back to
3,
back
4.
World Series.
And then for
You're taking out of your ALCS. You're taking out you're taking out the Yankees
Yes.
right away?
Yes. No, they'll yeah, they're going to lose right away. First round.
I can see it.
Okay, yeah, see, I can see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It's just not their year yet.
I think it is.
They need to get one more guy.
Their pitching
they got
rotation-
those two. They got those 2 guys.
I just don't trust Garrett Cole and
Dude, Garrett Cole.
Marcus Stroman together. Like as a 1-2 punch, it's good, but that's all. And they have Nasty Nestor, but
Dude,
Carlos
you could name me all 5 of the
Carlos
pitchers.
Rodon.
You could name me all 5 pitchers on the Yankees. What other team could you do that with? Other than the Tigers.
I don't know.
I don't know yet.
But I guess I'll go to my NLCS since that caused so much controversy. Okay. Phillies and Dodgers. I mean, Phillies, they just been a powerhouse for the postseason year in, year out.
Yeah.
Dodgers, I think they get it. They can go to the playoffs and they can do it since they still have that chemistry only between, let's say, Shohei Ohtani and Yoshi Yamamoto. They have that connection from being in Japan.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and all their other James Outman, I think, is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
But the World Series, I have Phillies and Rangers. I say the Philadelphia Phillies are going to win this in 6.
Dang. I like it.
Against the
like
Rangers.
It. Get wild, bro. Give it like a small reason why.
I mean, Phillies just finally finished their business that they tried to complete the last couple of years.
Actual.
Yeah.
So do you want me to just okay, I'll go fast. I mean, not really fast, but the American League, I got the Yankees, the Rangers, and the Blue Jays for the 3. Tigers are going to be playing in it just because they play in the American League Central. Man, guys, I mean, the Blue Jays got Shohei Ohtani. Oh, wait. Just kidding. I don't even think I know any Blue Jays fans, but yeah, that sucks for the Blue Jays. They're probably mad. So they want to just, Vladdy's going to have a good year. He's going to have a good year. They got Bo Bichette. They got guys, so they'll definitely make the playoffs, I think. They were bad last year. I think they might have got swept by the they got swept by the Minnesota Twins. But the National League, I'm gonna go with Dodgers. Obviously, they're gonna make the playoffs. Phillies and the Cubs. Yeah, Phillies and the Cubs. I think just out of the teams, the Cubs. If Seiya Suzuki doesn't make an error last year, they're making it into the wild card last year. So this team was so close, and they did lose Marcus Stroman. They got Bellinger back, which is huge, but I just think that this team, they can easily make it. I think they can make it. So my American League Championship Series, we'll go Orioles versus, Houston Astros. They're not missing the American League Championship Series. They've gone for the past, 7 years. 7 years. They've all been to the American League Championship, and they're not going to lose now. They're not going to do it now. So they're getting there against the, against the Orioles. Unfinished business. They got swept last year, and they want to come back, and they think they will. Orioles are going to advance in 6 games. I hope so, man. I hope it's a long series at least. Now for the National League, I'm gonna go the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Philadelphia Phillies.
Same.
Let's go. In this, Phillies.
Bandwagons.
Don't even say
Bandwagon.
bandwagon.
Dude, we're predicting teams. There's no like bandwagon.
We don't even know what they're gonna be.
Yes. You
The
can't.
fact that you guys
I
are
don't-
yelling at me, you guys are bandwagons.
I don't like this team. I just think that they're gonna
You
win.
love this team.
I was there in Philly. I don't like this team, but
You
I think
love
that I think that they have a
You
shot.
went to Philly?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
last
that.
year.
Wait,
Yeah.
where'd you go last year?
Yeah.
Where'd you
In
go
the
last year?
playoff. I went to I think it was a wild card game against.
Wait,
the
you went to a
Marlins.
postseason game?
Yeah. Yeah. Phillies against Dodgers. I got Phillies in 7. There's no bandwagon. We're just choosing random teams or choosing teams. So
Bandwagon.
I don't like this team. I just think that they're gonna win. So World Series. I got Phillies versus the Orioles. I got Phillies in 7. What are the odds that we both go Phillies?
Oh
What the
yeah.
heck? Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I got the Phillies, dude. This team in the playoffs are just so good. I think they're gonna beat the Atlanta Braves for a 3rd year in a row. Spencer Strider is just terrified of the Phillies faithful, and he's their ace. So, and I think a great year from Spencer Strider is just gonna fall apart in the playoffs against this team, and I think they can easily beat this Dodgers team. Phillies in the playoff is the best team I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
This team is so good. They choked last year against the Diamondbacks, but I don't think they
can get it done. They're built for playoff. They're built for October baseball.
They are for sure. Like Bryce Harper, he is a playoff monster, and I just think that this team, who'd they even get? I don't even think they got anyone
No,
huge. I
I
mean,
think
they
I think they
re-signed Wheeler, and I think Nola. Yeah, they re-signed
Okay,
both.
if Trey Turner goes back to the player he should be, goes back to the
He
player
did.
he was in the World Baseball
He did
Classic,
last year.
Yeah,
like if he stays that consistent throughout the whole season,
year. Yeah,
It was the fans that brought Trey Turner back to being Trey Turner.
yeah. A lot of people hate the Phillies fans. I do too, but they love their team and they get mad when they do bad. So I think the Phillies are gonna win it this year in 7 games. I think we should head over to the awards.
yeah, we'll get
You
awards.
want me to
done
start?
You want to give Rookie of the Year first?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
really quick.
Hey,
No.
Merrick.
Go MVPs,
Okay.
Cy Young's Rookie of the Year.
Okay. NL MVP. Give me Bryce Harper. I mean, he had 21 home runs last year and hit 293
And was
batting average.
injured.
Last year, when he was figuring out his Tommy John.
Little
I
Tommy
mean,
Johnny.
he just wasn't even comfortable with the surgery, and he still hit 21 home runs. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy for a full year of first base, not really even playing outfield, this guy's gonna be a stud. And I think he's gonna beat Ohtani. He's gonna beat Ronald Acuna. I think he's gonna beat Mookie Betts for the MVP. And I think Bryce Harper gets it. And the American League MVP, give me Mike Trout. I mean, this guy.
He's been slept on.
We can't forget about this guy. He's still an MVP.
He's
type of
still a
player.
top-
If he can stay healthy, he was hiding behind the shadow of Ohtani, I believe.
He's a generational talent, and
Mhm.
we forgot about him behind Ohtani.
I think, no matter what, he's still the greatest player of all time right now.
It's tough to say.
right now,
He's
yes.
the most
Ohtani?
consistent.
Okay, if Ohtani
If
doesn't
Ohtani
play a
keeps
single game of the years ever, he's done. Is he gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
It's
Just-
hard.
Ohtani.
He only played
Just-
for 4 seasons. That's hard. but-
Just because of what he's done.
yeah.
Think about how
He changed the game of baseball.
Yeah.
He changed the game of baseball on how we assess players and how we're gonna look at players and things like that. He purely changed that, and we did forget about Mike Trout behind him, and we gotta keep focusing on Mike Trout and how he just is just Mike Trout, and sure he could do it.
If he stays healthy, he's doing. It. I
Right.
mean, who are the other options? You got Yordan Alvarez, Julio.
There's way
It's
other
just so
options.
hard for Jordan to get it, just
Aaron.
because he's a DH. So
Okay.
it's.
Let me go through my MVPs. Okay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You just talk, yeah.
Dog.
Just go. You guys got this.
Okay, I'm gonna say these two can't hold their pee for nothing. All right, we've been live for 62 minutes. All right, somebody had a bottle of water, somebody didn't, and they still have to go pee, man. Dog.
All right, you want to go through your?
Pee in
I'm
a
listening.
bottle.
I'm
Pee in a
listening.
bottle. Okay.
What the heck on stream?
All right. Yeah. We totally just lost our entire train of thought. You know what? We're gonna have a special guest on for a few minutes to fill in.
Hey. It's my boy Logan Douglas.
We got
hey,
little
what's up?
Logan.
Squeeze back here.
I
Hey,
think
what's
you can
up?
squeeze back here. All right.
Hola.
We got little Logan.
Hello, yes, little Logan.
Little Logan. All right.
How many times is that for the bathroom break?
Oh, that's just one.
That's one. Dang. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I'm about to go.
60 Dude,
Wouldn't be
y'all are
surprised.
crazy,
I'm
man.
joking.
Y'all are crazy.
You want to go through your MVPs?
I'll wait.
Oh, you'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll say mine.
What time we got?
We got
We're-
Miguel Cabrera.
Retired.
Right here. Right on his back. That's crazy. Check.
Wait, who do you actually want for?
I have no clue. I don't know baseball.
Oh wait,
I
no.
know the Dolphins for football.
Babe Ruth.
Though.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, Babe Ruth. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot
I
about
want the
him.
Dolphins for football though, for sure.
Okay, little boy. What they do last year?
What?
What they do last year? In the
Negative
You're
30
done.
degree weather. All I gotta say.
Okay, and then he's
Alright,
gonna.
yeah.
And then he's
Let's
gonna
go
live.
See you
Then he's
guys.
gonna leave.
I.
Hey, can we take a little potty break?
Dog.
No. All
Dog,
right.
can you?
I'm joking, bro.
All right.
Okay.
I couldn't.
My MVPs. NL.
We haven't even got there.
No, I waited. We'll kind of get through this. NL MVP, Ronald Acuna. You know, I think Corbin Carroll can be a close second. I do think he can get there. Ohtani could be there, but again, without his arm, he's not going to be as much of a threat as he was. But I mean, like, man, Ronald Acuna. Like I was saying earlier, he's such a generational talent.
He is a generational talent. Indeed.
For real.
For real. Definitely.
My bad.
Dog, what the heck? Acuna's deep bag, man. He's got such a deep bag. He can just get it done. AL MVP. Call me biased, whatever.
You
Aaron
definitely
Judge.
are.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, if he stays healthy,
I think Julio can make it close. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike Trout is gonna make it as close. I mean, obviously it's Mike Trout. He could flip a switch. I think Julio gets second though. But with Juan Soto in that lineup and having to worry about Juan Soto as well as Aaron Judge, he's gonna be where he thrives.
It all depends on if he can stay healthy. That's the huge thing for the Yankees.
I think he's gonna start to be underestimated with Juan Soto in this lineup.
Yeah.
And when he was
They're
underestimated
gonna
his
have
rookie
to
year,
take the focus off of Aaron Judge.
what did we see when that happened? We saw 52 home runs rookie year. I think that, and I think we're going to see a season like that where he's going to be back in that AL MVP talk.
All right, I'll go to my AL MVP, I guess, to start.
And then go.
I got
do
maybe a dark horse, a little bit. AL MVP, Julio Rodriguez. I mean, not very dark horse, but I don't know.
Here.
He batted .275 last year with 37 stolen bases and 32 home runs, 30-30 season. He has above average fielding, great fielding. He won AL Rookie of the Year last year in 2022. He absolutely rakes. I mean, that's what he does, and that's why he's my pick for AL MVP. We'll go NL MVP. Mookie Betts.
Mookie, man.
I mean, he had 307, 107 RBIs, 39 home runs last year.
But you're just gonna look over.
He came in.
Looking over Ronald.
I'm not looking over him. I very much put him in consideration. Mookie Betts has been waiting since Boston for this, and this is his year.
He won.
He came up second last year behind Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm seeing.
You're suing.
No,
You're suing that.
I see him doing what he always does, and that's to be one of the best players in baseball. And that's this year. I think he will be.
You want me to give you the FanDuel odds for MVP?
Sure.
American League, it's Aaron Judge plus 550. That's Juan Soto, Yordan Alvarez, and Julio.
Yep.
Mine's wow, he's way down there. And the NL, Acuna, Mookie Betts, Ohtani, Tatis, and then Harper's fifth.
No, I did not look at FanDuel to pick my
So-
MVPs.
That's
Cheater.
crazy.
Okay. Can I go AL Rookie of the Year? Start
you're
off?
going rookie,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. AL Rookie of the Year. I've Evan Carter of the Texas Rangers.
I like that.
He batted .306 last year, had a .413 OPS. Oh, on baseball slugging. He's September call up. He was a huge piece in that World Series win. He's ranked number 4 prospect in the MLB. Yeah, I think he has a big chance of doing it.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's definitely really good.
NL Rookie of the Year, definitely a dark horse Rookie of the Year. Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs.
PCA.
He had great defense last year, covering ground like no other. He just needs to get that bat there a little bit more. But he stole 37 bags. The speed's there in AA and AAA. That's what he stole, 37 bags. He's number 12 prospect in the MLB. But yeah.
I think just finish it off with your Cy Youngs too.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we'll just
AL
go back.
Cy Young.
Make them fast.
AL
Let's
Cy
go.
Young.
Fine with that.
Tarek Screwball. He has a great slider and fastball. He was 7-3 last year, 2.8 ERA. He pitched 80.1 innings and had 102 strikeouts, which is actually crazy.
Done. He's so good.
He had a whip of .90,
Sheesh.
which is crazy, absolutely wild.
Came back from that injury.
And it's not like he's walking a ton either. He had a 7.3 strikeout to walk ratio, which is actually insane as well with his limited amount of starts this year. And also, I Spencer Strider of the Atlanta Braves. He was the fastest player in Braves history to 200 strikeouts last year. He had the most strikeouts in one season by any Braves player with 281. He went 20-5 last year, leading and had a .3 whip, 1.3 whip. Well, it led the league in both of those categories.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I like that. I definitely Strider pick is good. I like I like those picks. Those good job, Ethan. Good job.
Thanks.
Yep. Now Derek Buchanan. Derek, what do you got, my guy?
Okay. AL Rookie Year, piggybacking off of Evan Carter. Like, that experience from last year, I think that gives him an edge.
Wait, you actually do?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think he can take it. And, NL Rookie of the Year, Yamamoto. Like,
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Like, I don't think he can get Cy Young yet, but Japan's talent, the talent that comes out of Japan and just is a plug and play in the MLB, I think his stuff is just gonna be so stinking nasty, and he's just gonna be up there, and I think he'll be able to just get it done, and he's gonna get that NL Rookie of the Year. AL Cy Young, I actually changed my answer during yours. I'm gonna go with Tariq Skubal.
Dang.
I'm gonna go with Skubal. Originally, I had Garrett Cole, but because Garrett Cole, always insane. He's only been over a 3 ERA once in his career. Since 2018, he's been under a 3.0 ERA in 4 of the last 6 years.
Can you tell we're biased on this show?
Okay, see, but I changed it. I changed it. Okay. I think Tariq Skubal.
The Tigers here.
Tariq Skubal, like, man, those stats are just insane.
Do we have a clean sweep in NL Cy Young?
No.
AL Cy Young?
NL Cy Young.
I don't.
NL Cy Young.
NL Cy Young?
Okay.
Well,
who's your NL Cy Young?
NL Cy Young? I'm going, obviously, Spencer Strider. I think this rotation just looks so good. Strider's looking good in the spring. I think Strider can, I think he gets it. He's finally taken it. Who won it last year?
It was
Snell.
Blake Snell.
Blake Snell? Okay, I think he takes it from Blake Snell easily.
He's a punch-out guy for sure. He's a huge strikeout. So, yeah, he has a good ERA, has a lot of strikeouts. So, definitely has a huge chance of it. So, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. American League Rookie of the Year. I got Colt Keith. I mean, he looks really good in the spring right now. And if he could do a portion of that in the season, there's really, Evan Carter, yeah, but I think Colt Keith easily can get it. And call me a biased Tigers fan, but I don't care. I think Colt Keith gets it.
Yeah. He's a great young stud.
Yeah, we paid him a lot of money, so hopefully he's good.
Yeah.
But, like, those other guys who could be there for AL Rookie of the Year, though.
There's some
I
guys.
like the Tigers young guys as much as the next guy in Detroit, but, like, man, just those guys in AL for the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, definitely.
There's some great names in there.
Now for National League Rookie of the Year, I got the Giants' new guy, Young Ho Lee. I think he's come from Japan as well as Yamamoto, and I think he just comes to play here in San Francisco. So I think he gets the job done, and I think he gets National League Rookie of the Year.
I agree with that. I think he's.
Yeah,
I saw some of his highlights in Japan.
Yeah, he's really good.
He looks good.
Definitely.
I like his swing.
Mm-hmm. Now my American League Cy Young, we almost went 2 clean sweeps. But I got Kevin Gossman. He had a lot of strikeouts. His stuff is nasty. He goes into games like at least in the 7th inning almost every game. The Blue Jays, they need him. And if they want to at least contend for that American League East, which is a hard division, I think Kevin Gossman needs to be
the best pitcher he's ever been.
Exactly. I mean, he was on the Giants when he was like really good, and then he came to the Blue Jays. He was still really good.
Yeah.
Throwing almost 110 pitches each game. It's crazy. So I think Kevin Gausman gets it. National League Cy Young, I got Spencer Strider. I mean, we got a clean sweep for the National League Cy Young, but yeah, Spencer Strider, strikeout guy, just like Gausman. His fastball is gross. He has huge quads. You know?
Showing through those pants.
He wears the skinny jeans, so it so he just looks, huge. But yeah, I got Spencer Strider, and then yeah, that's all for the awards. I think we just go into around the sports world.
Yep.
Is there anything that's huge?
Yeah. So we've got a big list to talk about here. We're gonna kind of start here. Ethan's gonna start us here with just some basic news going on.
This happened a little while ago, but Jason Kelce retires at the age of 36. He had 13 seasons in the NFL, which is crazy for a center. He had 7 Pro Bowl appearances, and he was a 6-time All-Pro. He won 1 Super Bowl with the Phillies, which is where he was for his entire career. Yeah. So that's what I got for Jason Kelce's retirement.
All right, and then on there.
Oh, by the way, he was also very emotional in his press conference.
Yeah, that was I like that. I watched that. I didn't cry, but
Yeah, I was close to.
Definitely close. It could definitely make a man cry, but unfortunately, Russell Wilson, let's ride, Broncos country. It died. It did not ride. The ride was literally like the Titanic. That was the ride.
It was like
the submarine
it was like
going
what's
to
it
see
called?
the Titanic.
What's one of those things they ride? A bull ride.
Yeah,
it was
wild.
Short and quick.
9 seconds.
Unfortunately, he wasn't even that bad, but Sean Payton he really ruined them. I mean, that stinks, and he just released Russell Wilson.
Hot take with the Broncos. I saw a video that J.J. McCarthy had a great interview with the Broncos. He had a really good interview with Sean Payton and all those guys up front. I think with this Russell Wilson release, they're setting themselves up. Obviously, they're trying to take a quarterback in the draft. I think J.J. McCarthy could go there. It's going to be a different style offense. It's not the typical quarterback we've seen Sean Payton coach. But I think with J.J.'s potential, sure, there were some spots in Michigan.
Man.
He was a handoff guy. But I think with JJ's potential, he could be going to the Broncos.
He could go to the Broncos, but he won't be good because they don't have a good team around him, too.
Not yet.
I mean,
yeah,
they lost Jerry Jeudy. We'll get that in a minute. But, Cortland Sutton, he's tall, he's good, he can make good catches. But Cortland Sutton, that's about it. I mean, Marvin Mims, there's nobody really else. And I not really feel bad, but I don't think he'd succeed there.
Yeah.
It's hard because there's not really many teams he could succeed in, other than probably Atlanta, because they just have a good team. But Russell
Talking
Wilson,
about Jerry Jeudy in the Broncos.
they released him.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, I think he goes to Atlanta. I think so. That's what I think. But
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Or Atlanta
Kyle Pitts,
yeah.
Bijan Robinson, and Drake London.
Yeah.
Without their bad coach.
So they're just giving up on Desmond Ritter, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I'd give up on him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you got, Derek?
So what we're doing? Marte suspended for 80 games for steroids, shooting up. Apparently he's been talking to Tatis too much. He went to the Reds just back in 2022 for Luis Castillo. And
what are these kids doing, man? They're just ruining their careers.
Their careers with these drugs.
When you put in the work, like we've seen Ohtani do, look what you can do. You just got to put the work in. You don't got to be shooting yourself up just to get that little bit of success.
He wasn't even that great in AAA with the steroids. So what is going on?
Yeah,
it's embarrassing what these young kids. This guy's like 22 almost, highly touted out prospect, and he just ruined his whole career almost because. The Barry Bonds treatment. Nobody thinks Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame just because of his steroids.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Around the baseball world as well, Joey Votto might actually finally get to a spring training and not just go through a car wash.
Where is he signed there, Ethan?
He's signed to his hometown team, the Blue Jays.
Hey.
So, good for him. Good for his
that.
family. Hope he succeeds.
Yeah. He's a good guy. Funny. Serious sometimes, funny with fans. So,
yeah.
And just to finish it off here, we've got some Detroit news. we've got the Pistons are no longer the worst team in the NBA, baby. First of all, I've got to iterate as a Detroit fan. How the heck did we end up with the 5th overall pick and the worst record in the NBA last year?
We should have gotten Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby should be in that Pistons red and blue.
No, he shouldn't be.
Yeah, he should.
He should be.
I like Jalen Duren anymore. Or more.
Well, we didn't get him. We got him a couple years ago.
Think about, oh my gosh, think about this Pistons roster. Think about this city. If we got Wembanyama, like, man.
Bro, we got an extra additional win with Victor.
Man.
Dude. We'd have 11 wins.
Like, yeah, he's not doing much for San Antonio. He's going off. But, like, Wizards, Kyle Kuzma cursed that team, man.
Yeah,
the second he put out at this point, it's trying not to be that team. Kyle. Bruh.
Bro, what happened to you?
Man, you can't be doing that, dude. Like, dude, he jinxed that team, but at this point, he was right. It was trying not to be that team to lose to the Pistons and be worse than the Pistons. Well, guess what? They're worse than the Pistons.
Embarrassing.
Yeah,
I think
Pistons need to straighten themselves up.
Yeah.
Man, they need something.
But there's one more thing in news. Jerry Jeudy, actually this morning,
talked about it.
I didn't.
he was traded to the Cleveland Browns for 2 draft picks. I think it was a 5th and a 6th. But yeah, I mean
It's a big
crazy.
piece.
I mean the Browns, Deshaun Watson's gonna get
The Browns are making the moves.
Yeah, Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper
Hey,
and
this
Jerry
might be a hot
Jeudy.
take, might not. I want to see a Browns Lions Super Bowl next year.
No.
I don't want to see the Browns in there.
No.
I don't want to see Deshaun Watson make a Super Bowl appearance.
I don't want to see Deshaun
Joe
Watson. I want to
Flacco's
see
not
Joe
coming back,
Flacco.
so- Joe Flacco ain't going.
Joe Flacco's gonna be back on the couch.
It was a one. It was a
Don't just
one
say
and
that.
done.
Yeah.
Be one and done.
Like a Kentucky basketball player.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much, dude. There's no-
I think that about wraps it up.
Thank you guys
for watching.
Thank you guys for all tuning in.
Yeah.
So next week, hopefully the same time, hopefully the same place. Sometimes for us it's just trying to find that time and that window to stream with. Next week we got some actually really fun stuff coming up. We're kind of going to be doing some Tiger Talk, but we're also going to be coming to the table. And I saw this on an Instagram page that I thought was a really great idea. I need to figure out what page it was on. But it's drafting home run teams. So it's drafting teams based on how many home runs they get. And we're just going to be coming at it. We're going to be doing a snake draft. We need to figure out how we're going to decide the order, actually. Yeah. But we're going to come at that. We're going to do the draft live on stream for you guys. And just, have normal talk and just have some fun. So thank you all for tuning in this week. And hopefully see you all next week. See ya.
See ya.